What? Do you reckon? I don't think so. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. Well, we'll soon find out. Well, here we go, back again with another video, and yes, what the fudge is going on at Sunderland Football Club at this moment in time? Just when we all thought Keane was coming into Sunderland to take over at the helm and it was contracted, it was all done and dusted, apparently he's turned Sunderland down today. Only 11 days after we sacked Lee Johnson, we still have no manager at this club. And we're in free fall, losing the last 3 games, especially games to bottom of the table Doncaster and Cheltenham, which have never won a game since November. But Roy Keane has turned Sunderland down. Now, my sources, and these are only rumours, do say that Roy Keane apparently wanted £50,000 a week to take the job. Now, again, that is just rumour. I do not know if that's true. Now, imagine £50,000 a week. Would he be worth £50,000 a week to come to Sunderland? Bringing the spotlight to Sunderland, bringing all his media to Sunderland. Would that be worth it? All of his background, all of his ability that the years on the pitch, his experience with Sunderland in the past, doing a fantastic job from bottom of the Championship up into the Premier League. Would he have been worth £50,000? Now, if that was correct, I can imagine in the boardroom meeting with KLD standing there, sitting there, and Roy saying, well, I want £50,000 a week. And KLD's like, well, you know, like Michael Jackson once said, just beat it, just beat it. Open up the door and leave it. And close the door behind you. Sorry, Roy Keane, closed the door behind you, yes. So £50,000 a week, would he be worth £50,000 a week? I am actually quite gutted, really, yes. You know, tongue in cheek. I'm quite gutted, really, that he's not going to be manager of Sunderland Football Club. I was looking forward to having Roy Keane coming in the back door, coming in and being the new Sunderland head coach manager. Now, that would have been great. Really put a spanner in the works to some of the players who didn't like putting in a full shift. But apparently Roy Keane is not going to be the next Sunderland head coach. Now, something else I've heard from the sources, from the rumour mill, I've heard this as well, that Charlie Methven is spotted in the director's box this week at Sunderland. And apparently he's been involved with the interviews. Charlie Methven. Nobody wants to see Charlie Methven up at Sunderland. Nobody wants Charlie Methven involved in the process of a new manager. So does that mean Madrocks have a little bit more to say than we think at Sunderland? There's all sorts of different speculations and rumours going around that KLD is actually just the face for Madrocks and Donald and Co and Methven and all them. Can it be true, surely? That can't be true. KLD, young, inexperienced young man like him, has he got old Methven up there doing interviews with him? Tory boy Methven, we do not want to see Methven at all up at Sunderland. The only way I want to see Charlie Methven in the director's box is if he's negotiating the sales of his shares at Sunderland. We don't want Charlie Methven. Yes, Tory boy himself, probably best pals with Boris the Buffon Johnson. I can imagine Charlie Methven being at one of Boris's dodgy parties at Christmas. He'd have been standing there in the corner, 5 or 6 drinks, you know, 2 or 3 bowls of caviar, and Boris Johnson's busting the moves on the dance floor, you know, like this. And he sees Salmon Pants in the corner over there. He goes, "Oh, you, come here, sir, come here, you come here, you, yes, come over here." And Charlie's like, "Oh, me, Boris, me, want me to come?" And he comes running over to Boris, and Boris is like, "Can you get me some bubbly, please, and some caviar, boy?" And like Methven's like, "Well, I'm not a servant. I'm not a waiter. I'm actually on the guest list." And he's like, "You come to one of my parties wearing salmon pants? Go, get out of my party now. Salmon pants, never to return." That's the sort of thing I would have thought Boris would go on, like, you know what I mean, in his parties. But yeah, we don't want to see Charlie Methven old Salmon Pants up at Sunderland, do we? And we definitely don't want him interviewing the the next Sunderland head coach. We don't want him anywhere near. I'm actually quite good at that. I'm quite good at actually that we've not getting Roy Keane. To be fair, and on a serious note, I'm really disappointed we're not getting Roy Keane. Disappointed. But, you know, one of my sources just say, what? This source tells me that Alex Neil is in further talks with Sunderland as being the new head coach. He's progressive talks at Sunderland at being the new head coach. Alex Neil himself, advanced talks from this special source, advanced talks. He's only 40-year-old. I'm sure he's been around 50 years, but he's only 40-year-old, born in 1981. Alex Neil, Scotland. He was born in Bells Hill. Yes, Bells Hill. He played for Airdrieonians. He played for Barnsley. He played for, was it Mansfield Town, Hamilton Academicals, and he's a midfielder. But before he became manager, he played for Hamilton. Then as a player at Hamilton, he was taken on as coach as Hamilton back in 2013 to 2015, where he was in charge of 77 games, 42 wins, 16 draws, 19 defeats. Pardon me, a good old 54% win ratio at Hamilton. And then from Hamilton, it's a strange one, isn't it? It's a strange one up at Hamilton, being plucked down to Norwich City. So Norwich took him on back in 2015. He became Norwich's new manager at the age of 33 years of age, the second youngest manager in the whole of the football leagues, after the guy who was in charge of Mansfield. His first full day in charge, the very next day, he beat the leaders of the championship, Bournemouth, 2-1. So his first day, he's walked in, the guy's just been sacked or gone, he's walked in, dressing room, sorted them out, next day, boom, beaten top of the table, Bournemouth, 2-1. So he gained 17 wins out of his first 25 games in charge, and he took them to the playoffs in third place, where they played their rivals Ipswich over 2 legs and beat them. Then they played Middlesbrough in the final, and they won 2-0 and got promoted to the Premier League. But Norwich, being Norwich, the yo-yo club that they are, they got relegated the very next season. Then he was sacked when they were in 8th place. So he was sacked when Norwich was in 8th place. He was in charge of them 108 games. He won 45, drawn 23 and lost 40 with a win ratio of 41%. Now, win ratio of 41% in the Championship and also in the Premier League isn't that bad for a Norwich side. Norwich are struggling now. They did well under Farker. They got promoted and they got relegated, the same thing. So Norwich have always done the same. They get promoted, they stay up and they get relegated. They've done it a couple of times and they could do it for the third time, in so many seasons. This season again, they're struggling again. So after the Norwich got sacked, he went to Preston in 2017. Guess who he took over? From in Preston? Yes, when Sunderland got Simon Grayson. Sunderland got Simon Grayson. At Sunderland, of course. And he went to Preston. Now he was in charge of Preston for a few seasons. He was there from 17 to 21, right? So Preston aren't a team that's gone into the Premier League, as far as I've ever known. In the olden days, they probably would have, but none of the days I've known. They've always been mid-table, bottom of the table, championship sort of side, Preston. Now, he left in mutual consent in 2021 with a record of 191 games, winning 72 of them, drawn 48, losing 71 with a 37% win ratio. Well, that's for Preston, right? They were in 16th place. I've looked at the table today, they're in 12th place. So they're always round about the same place. So Alex Neil's CV isn't that bad, to be fair. He's getting the team promoted. He knows how to walk in the door and instantly get results. So that's Alex Neil out the way. Now, one of my other sources, to be close source, one of my favourite sources, has told me that Grant McCann is going to be the next head coach in a day or so. So which source do you believe? So Grant McCann is 41 years of age, born in Belfast in Northern Ireland. He was playing for a Northern Ireland side, then brought over to England to play for West Ham in the youth squad. Then he played 4 games for West Ham. He went to Cheltenham, played 155 games for Cheltenham. Went to Barnsley, played 34 games for Barnsley. Went to Scunthorpe, 99 games in Scunthorpe. The posh Peterborough, 160 games for Peterborough. And he's played Northern Ireland games, 39 games for Northern Ireland and 4 goals. So he was a decent midfielder in his day. But then he went to Peterborough in his first head coach role in 2016. 104 games in charge of Peterborough, 41 games, 41 wins, 27 draws, 36 defeats, 39% strike rate. Then he got sacked in 2018 after a bad run. But then immediately went to Doncaster in 2018 for like 1 year or 1 season. 59 games in charge of Doncaster, 27 wins, 14 draws, 18 defeats, a 45% win ratio. Got them into 6th place, Doncaster, in the playoffs, where in the semi-finals they drew 4 the Peach against Charlton and lost on penalties. So that was good in itself, bearing in mind where Doncaster are now. But then Hull came in and ripped them away from Doncaster and Hull City in 2019. In his first season at Hull in the Championship, I think it was, he got thrashed 8-0 against Wigan. Wigan and Hull both got relegated. Wigan just got relegated under Paul Cook when they went through that fantastic run and were ducked all them points. Ducked all them points like a flying tomato sauce comes over your head and you duck out the way. So they were ducked all them points, but they just got relegated, Wigan. But they smashed Hull 8-0. Hull went down, and the very next season McCann got them promoted straight away as champions and had a couple of games to spare. Or the last game of the season. Yes, last game of the season. They beat Wigan 3-1. How the worm turns. Got them promoted to the Championship, and they were in similar position as they are now, in 19th place. But when the Turkish owners came in, they relieved him of his duties when he was 10 points above the relegation. At this moment in time, they're in 19th place, exactly the same, but only 12 points above relegation. So Grant McCann, 136 games in charge of Hull, 53 wins, 29 draws, 54 defeats, a 39% ratio. Grant McCann. Who do you want in, Grant McCann or Alex Neil? To be fair, they both got good CVs. They both had records of getting teams promoted. They both seem tough and strong and have, a stronger personality than Lee Johnson. So, can we get one of those two in before Friday? One source says Alex, and the other one says Grant McCann. No way he's gone. Hey, come here. He's disappeared. Right. So yes, hopefully before the game against Wimbledon, one of those will come in. I don't know which one it is, Alex Neil or Grant McCann. But we do go to Wimbledon Plough Lane on Saturday. Plough Lane was only opened in 2020. The architect was KSS Design Group, and he's built a nice little stadium. 9,000 fans can be in Plough Lane itself. Yes, Wimbledon, AFC Wimbledon, the Wombles of Wimbledon, the Wombles of Wimbledon coming our way. Uncle Bulgaria and co. I used to enjoy the Wombles. I used to really enjoy the Wimbledon Wombles. Yes, we play them on Saturday now. Come on. We're only 14th in the table, joined 14th in a table. If you had the table of most goals conceded, or the least goals conceded to the most goals conceded, we're in 14th place. It is absolutely fucking shocking, our defence. And I didn't want to get angry, I didn't want to get mad, but it is diabolical. And Wimbledon haven't won a game of football since December the 7th, and it's now February the 10th. Now, there's a kind of theme going around here, isn't there? Have we ever lost 4 games on the bounce in League One? Anyway, Wimbledon. Manager Mark Robinson. Like I said, Wimbledon were founded back in 22. Another one, 2002. Yes, they're not very old. Only 19 years young, Wimbledon, AFC Wimbledon, doing really well. And I do have a little bit of a soft spot for Wimbledon because I like the Wombos from Wimbledon when I was a kid. I liked the cartoon. So there we go. Wimbledon, AFC Wimbledon. I do wish them all the best in the future. I hope they do survive in League One. But hopefully on Saturday we can turn this around with a new head coach in and hit the ground running. Properly anyway. So Wimbledon's last few games, they lost to Rotherham last time out 1-0. They lost to Charlton 3-2, but then they went on this run of draw against Charlton, Cheltenham, draw against Cheltenham, draw against Shrewsbury, draw against Ipswich, draw against Burton, draw against Portsmouth, draw against... No, they lost against MK Dons 1-0, didn't they? Yes, the old four rivals lost against MK Dons. And then they lost to Boreham Wood, who I believe are still in the FA Cup. If that's correct, because they beat Bournemouth. So Boreham Wood even beat Wimbledon. Oxford beat Wimbledon. Wickham drew 2-2 Wimbledon. And the last time Wimbledon won was back in December the 7th, my mum's wedding anniversary. And they won Accrington Stanley 2-0. They're in 20th place. They've won 30, drawn... No, they won. They've flipping not won 30. They've played 30 games. They've won 6, drawn 12, and lost 12. And like I said, they have a minus. They've let 46 goals in 19th place. Let 46 goals in. We were up there somewhere in 4th place and we've let 43 in. It is absolutely pathetic. Head-to-heads against Wimbledon. We've played them 6 times. We've never lost. We've drawn 1 and won 5. Now you tell me, because I haven't even looked, 'cause I don't think nobody would have predicted Cheltenham to beat us 2-1. But if Cheltenham did beat us 2-1 and I haven't looked, I'd feel pretty stupid. I do apologise. What is your greatest sports noggin? What is your score prediction? Can you predict the correct score against the Wombos of Wimbledon? I'm going to go for this team because our defence is absolutely shocking. It ships more goals in than a very lucky defence. So we have in goal Patterson. Now we've got to go back to a back 5 because I've looked at the back 4s and we are garbage. We are set of defenders. I'm sorry, I do apologise to the players on the air, but they are not good enough for 2 under the regime at the moment. Maybe Grant McCann can come in, maybe Alex Neil can come in and they can sort out the defence, give them a bit of confidence, tell them how to be good defenders because he's not a bad defender. Something's just happened when he came to Sunderland. Jamajli never getting a start. Like I said before, and we ranted before, we've getting rid of 3 central defenders. We've kept Jamajli. Someone said to me, we've only kept Jamajli because probably nobody wanted him. Does that make any sense? So, I don't know which positions you would play them. The only way I wouldn't start Jamajli if Bailey Wright is fit. Bailey Wright's fit, he goes straight in and he takes the captain armband straight away. So for me, Bailey Wright, Bart and Doyle. If Bailey Wright's not fit, we need a proper centre-back in the centre-back's position. None of this mucky-micking about with midfielders back there or midfielders in central defenders or right-backs. None of that shite. Defensive duties are done by central defenders in the correct position. Then we've got Hume and Serkin as wing-backs. Winchester comes in for Evans because Evans for me is not good enough at all. I'm sorry Evans, you know, you're probably a lovely bloke and everything, but you're not good enough at this moment in time for whatever reason. I don't know, but I'm just saying I want you on the bench. Winchester starts along with Teddy, Pritchard, and then we have Clark and Stewart. Now, you can't play every player, so Defoe on the bench still. And if it's not working, he comes on at half time. Now, for me, Hume and Winchester can link up really well on the right-hand side. Now, during the week, Hume couldn't link up with Neil. Hume was passing it to Evans, and Evans wouldn't pass it back to Hume. I'm sure Winchester is a better midfielder than Evans. So Winchester could link up nicely with Hume on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, we have Clark is like helping Stewart up front, but also can link up really well with Serkin to try and provide Stewart with the ammunition. Now for me, this side should beat AFC Wimbledon. I hope it does. Now if we are playing this side, and we do have a new head coach in. He'll probably change anyway. So I'm going to just stick with a new head coach. Whatever Grant McCann does, Alex Neil does, they are, you know, they've proven they can get teams promoted. So we're going to have to believe they can, and we're going to have to make sure we support these managers, because the managers have got to succeed this season. They've got to succeed. We've got to get into the playoffs at least. So that's my team anyway. I don't know what I was going to say. I didn't even know I've got a pen in my hand. So there we go. My score prediction. Yes, I was going to predict the score prediction and put it on the scoreboard, but I've changed my mind now. What? He's pretty obsessed that Alex Neil's coming in. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel and leave your score predictions down below in the link. Or no, just the comment section will do. And I will be doing a live stream on Saturday, so don't forget to join in the chat. I hope you're all well and happy and not as depressed as, you know, as a Sunderland fan at this moment in time, because, you know, I'm losing a bit of faith in KLD. I'm losing faith in Speakman. I just don't know what's going on. You know, yes, we wanted Lee Johnson replaced. A lot of fans want Lee Johnson replaced, but we wanted a manager in way before now. And be fair, excuse me. To be fair, I wanted Keane. Anyway, toast to the new manager. And if one of my sources is not bloody correct, I'll be putting it all over my chips tonight with some nice fava beans and a bottle of Chianti.